Welcome back as we get set for tonight's contest. It's the Panthers and the Maroon Devils. As we had a little bit of an issue getting the YouTube stream going. And I think we're back up. I think we're up and rolling now. As we apologize for that. As each and every night, there are things you have
new
to
challenges.
every night. It does. Yeah. Oh yeah. We already got 40 people watching. So you see the Panther captains coming out, and they will meet at midfield again. This is a week, Byron, that we don't have Mike Wood, as he is off traveling the world. And we'll hope to have him back throughout the rest of the season as we go along. We'll have the toss of the coin here as folks come up the press box steps and bang on our camera there.
It's not an earthquake, not a local earthquake.
It looks like, we're having an earthquake. But, the referee didn't turn on his microphone. So we can't hear what's going on in the huddle, but they'll toss the coin here in just a few moments, and we'll see who's going to receive the opening kickoff to tonight's contest. It looks like the Panthers will receive the opening kickoff. You see there on screen, Byron, something that we didn't see until they came out officially. We saw it in the pregame, but the Panthers are wearing red tops and black bottoms with the red trim, a new combination with the black helmets and the Panther paw on the side.
Well, right now, I don't care what they wear as long as they play like they've played in week 1 and 2, George. If you haven't had a chance to watch Panther football, let me just tell you, this is some we have gotten back to some basics with Panther football. Coach Brooks has this squad out there playing hard-nosed, tough, fast to the football, and just grittiness as you see them come on. There's an excitement here in the crowd. There's an excitement amongst the fans, the kids. There's an excitement amongst the kids. And, if you didn't know, George, I'll remind everybody, this is the last year in this venue right here. This is a special season, and Coach Brooks has his team ramped up and ready to finish in the Panther pit in a way that's much like many of the seasons he spent here over the last 20, 25 years, and that's with a winning record and really exuding Panther pride every night they take the field.
Testing.
Yeah, that is one thing that we mentioned last week. The official now testing is Mike out there. Just a renewed energy in the program, doing some things a little bit different than we've seen in the past couple of years, and you can really see that on the play on the field. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I don't know what's going to happen in the next a month or so as we go along, but in the first couple of ball games, you can tell that the play is just different for the Panthers. And we'll see if that continues tonight as the Maroon Devils are getting set to tee it up, and they'll kick it away to the Panthers. And we'll get this ball game underway here at the pit tonight.
George, you mentioned we're missing Mike Wood. I hope he's watching, but there's also somebody notably missing out of this press box tonight, and that is Mr. Gary Ayers. Gary, we hope you're listening. We hope your recovery is coming along. You've got so many friends across western North Carolina and obviously in Bryson City and Franklin. Gary, we're rooting for you. Get better and get back in the press box, buddy.
No doubt about it. Lanning has teed it up, and he'll kick it away to the Panthers as it is Hervey back deep to receive. Lanning sends it to the far side of the field. It's going to be Desarn that secures it at the 20-yard line. Desarn up to the 30. Going to turn the corner, 40. Out of bounds at about the 45-yard line goes Braylon Desarn. And the Panthers have great field position to begin this first quarter.
Seems almost intentional that they would try to kick it away from really one of the best players in West North Carolina through 2 weeks, of Braden Hervey. But Braylon Desarn's got some speed himself, and given the opportunity, he's going to make some people miss and get up the field. So good to see him get a quick opportunity here early in the game.
So it is the Panthers and Anderson Terrell. That'll come out on offense. He'll settle under center, Will Terrell, as Desarn goes in motion. He's going to hand to Braden Hervey. Hervey juke it and jiving, and he's still moving. Out of bounds at about the 46, maybe up to the 47-yard line. It'll be a couple of yards on that first down carry and bring up 2nd and 8.
Didn't see anything in that B gap and just cut back across the grain of the defense. Able to get a couple yards out of it.
Just underway, 11:30 left in the opening quarter. Glad that you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. It's Anderson Terrell, again, shotgun. He's going to sling it out. It's Hervey in the flat. 50, Hervey spins across the 45, and I think he's got enough for a Panther first down. They'll mark it up at the 44. That will be enough to move the chains.
Anderson with that unique sidearm delivery that Panther fans better get used to for the next 2 or 3 years. Gets it out quick, and really, if you watch him right here, it's like a little gunslinger. Just gets it out there really fast. And, of course, we want to get the ball in the hands of 11 no matter where we have to get it. That's what the other team does not want.
So it'll be Sutton on the carry. And he picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. We're getting double audio here. That's 2nd down and 6. Hand goes to Hervey. He is loose. Hervey is loose. 30. Flag comes out. 20. Shakes a defender. And he is down to the 10-yard line. We'll check the marker.
Certainly not in a good spot for the Panthers here. Probably going to bring it back. Someone trying to seal the corner for Braden Hervey. And sure enough, it will be a hold. And the Panthers will back up. What an incredible run for Braden Hervey, though. And as I've mentioned through the first couple weeks, I mean, the way that Braden's moving this year, so much quicker, lighter on his feet, came into this season in just excellent shape.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 4 after the penalty. On 2nd down, in the flat, complete up to the 30-yard line. That'll be enough for a Panther first down.
You know, nobody so far through the first couple weeks has emerged as our quote-unquote top receiver. As I mentioned earlier, we always want to try to get the ball to number 11 as he's the spark plug on offense. But I think as the weeks go, George, we're going to see more and more of this offensive unit come into play here. That's Braylon Desarn. I mentioned him in the kickoff return. If we can get the ball to him and allow him to get into space with his quickness, it could be another weapon for the Panther offense.
So 1st and 10. Hand goes right up the middle. And Sutton able to gain about 3, maybe 4 yards up to the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and right at 6 yards to go for the Panthers as they march deeper into Maroon Devil territory.
Attic Sutton, the quiet leader of this squad, only a junior, but the ultimate team guy, number 30, Attic Sutton.
2nd and 6. I'll swing it out. It's going to be complete, far side, turning the corner. Out of bounds at about the sticks goes Lance Parker. And that'll move the sticks once again.
Lance Parker, another youngster that's you're going to hear more of as the year goes on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Again, watch number 12, Anderson Terrell, with that quick little toss out there and let Lance go to work. Lance is a big kid, and Lance is going to grow some more and be a big weapon for the Panthers in years to come.
So it'll be first down off the left side Goes Anderson Terrell for about a 3-yard gain. 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust. Make it about a 6-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 now. 8:13 left. First quarter.
And as we do that more, George, that's going to give defenses on our schedule, our upcoming schedule, one more thing to worry about. Anderson, very athletic kid. We start getting him out and letting him run the football. That's going to get people's attention.
Pitch goes in the backfield to Hervey. Hervey turns the corner up to the 6-yard line. I think he's going to have enough. Yeah, he should for another first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Panthers. As another 4-5-yard chunk of yards is gained on the ground for Coach Josh Brooks. They'll drop the chains to the far side. It's 1st and goal at the 5 for the Panthers. 7:49 left here in the first.
Panthers just, getting in chunks of yardage here against the Swain defense. But again, Swain's 0-2. I don't really think it's their defense that's been the hiccup so far this year. As you see, they've got some size there on the line. It's the offense that's put their defense in a bad spot, and Panthers are knocking on the door right here.
And goes to Hervey. He's right up the middle, falling towards the goal line. They're going to mark him about a eyelash shy. They're going to mark it back at the 1. Thought he got in, but they'll say that his knee was down at about the 1. So quickly the Panthers work on 2nd and goal from the 1.
Got to imagine number 30 is going to hammer up through there and give 11 some space.
Hervey falls in, and Braden Hervey adds to his touchdown total. 1 yard out. Panthers strike first blood. It's 6-0 with 7:19 to go in the first.
Offensive line getting the job done up there. And like I said, number 30, the unsung guy, he just feels right in there on number 44. And Attic Sutton leads the way. Braden Hervey, another touchdown for the Panthers.
The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. So with 7:19 left here in the first, the Panthers on top now 7-0 as we head to break. Stay with us.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
And we're back here at the pit. George Young, Byron McClure, Philip Angel, our executive producer tonight, Joshua Chastain on our camera in the middle. It's going to be Riddle. We'll check that Sinclair. Well, that will tee it up and send it deep at the 6. It's where Glaspie will secure it. Glaspie across the 30, 35. And he is wrestled out of bounds at about the 34. We'll see exactly where they decide to mark it. Zeke Glaspie, a junior. And we'll see if it is going to be Owen Medlin, the sophomore, that will come out and settle under center for Sherman Holt, where we got a hold.
Got a hold. Yeah, we're going to back him up first. There was a hold. About the 20-25 on the return.
So it's going to back up the Maroon Devils inside the 20-yard line.
George, hats off to Toby Burrell and the.
Absolutely.
I guess you'd call Toby their SID. I mean, he's always got the best information here. For most of us who do other things, and we come in here on two wheels to get to the game, and there's always just a bit of information they're ready to share with you about who's playing, and some things you guys at home don't think about. We have to figure out how to pronounce names, pregame, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying we're good at it, but we do practice.
We attempt. That's all that we can say. It is Medlin that'll settle under center for Sherman Holt. He'll hand off right up the middle, nothing doing on first down. I believe that was Glaspie on the carry. It'll bring up second down, and they'll say a gain of a yard, second down and 9 for the Maroon Devils. It's usually a wing and a prayer when we get here.
Oh, yeah.
Making sure everything's working right.
Yeah, you're consumed with some other stuff. I come in here looking all just pretty and stuff, you know.
Yeah, got the makeup like you like it.
Yeah.
Medlin under center. 2 backs behind him on second down. He's going to pitch it. That's Glaspie. He's trying to find a corner and can't. Zeke Glaspie is wrestled out of bounds, forced out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up third down and 9 now for the Swain County Maroon Devils.
Toby Burrow was talking to us before the game that obviously they would love to get Glaspie in some open space. But that's the thing about it. This Panther defense, as I said, that's probably been the most impressive thing to me through 2 weeks is from front to back, from the line all the way to the back end back there. We have just been so good in pursuit. A lot of helmets to the ball.
And we got whistles and another flag on this near side. In the middle as well.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
So it'll be a false start, and that's 2 penalties on this drive for Swain. It'll push him back inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Third and a long way, third and about 16 officially. Got to get up to the 25-yard line.
George, kudos to you. I never thought people would be able to sit at home and watch high school football the way they do. I certainly didn't think we would have the officials mic'd in to the audio feed.
There's a story behind that. I'll tell you as the night goes on if I get to it. Back in the pocket, firing. Intercepted, it's Hervey. Braden Hervey intercepts the pass from Zeke. We'll check that from Owen Medlin, and he is going to race 10 yards to pay dirt. Braden Hervey can catch him, he can run him, and he just intercepted the ball.
Watch just the instincts that the kid has here. Just jumps the route. All he did, trying to get it to 31, the big guy there, and Hervey saw it. Played it well. Man, I'm telling you, we saw glimpses of this out of Braden at the end of last season when he come back from the injury for a short minute and was in a different-looking kid, and he's carried it through. He came in ready to play this year, and I'm telling you right now, he is the heart and soul of everything we do.
So the extra point is up and good by Daniel Riddle, and the Panthers are now up 14-0. Just about 6 minutes left, 6:17 left here in the first. Portions of tonight's broadcast on FPSN brought to you by Highlander Roofing Services. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process, whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters. They're the folks to call. We've got offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, it is Highlander Roofing Services. Also, portions of tonight's game brought to you by Corbin Dental. Dr. Matt Corbin on the field. He is one of the kicking coaches. Locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They've got deep local roots and a passion for service to the community. It's Corbin Dental, and they take pride in providing world-class care right here at home. Kick is away, and it's going to head into the end zone for Will Sinclair. The Maroon Devils will take over at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Mentioned Matt Corbin coaching. Pretty good kicker in his own right, George.
Yeah, absolutely was.
Kicked in college, but I tell you what he's real good at is taking care of my teeth. They try to rush me out of the office when I go in there because Matt and I start talking about football and all kinds of stuff. I can eat up about 2 or 3 appointment slots. And I told him I'm not paying him for all of them, just paying him for one.
Philip Angel, our executive producer, is at his office today. Gave him the bad news.
Uh-oh.
Root canal.
Oh, no.
On first down, maybe a couple on the carry. It was Skeet Cook.
Not sure who we had on the tackle, but I will tell you this. We had somebody in the backfield early there, and I'm trying to figure out who that was too, but that's who started that play here. Is that Carroll Cook? Is that 19 that got back there? Yep, absolutely. Not able to wrap him up, but really slowed him up and allowed what was that, one of the Waldrop guys? Was that one of the Waldrops with the tackle there?
On second down, again, a hand right up the middle, and nothing doing on second at about 8 for the Maroon Devils. Garrett Young in there on the tackle for the Panthers. That's going to bring up a third down and about 6 now for the Maroon Devils. Again, if you just joined us, appreciate you tuning in tonight on the Franklin Panthers Sports Network of YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to try to keep track of some of the comments coming in on our feeds as we go along. I've got Facebook up here. We do a poor job at that.
Well,
on third down, we got a lot going on. Quick handoff. And was there a fumble? No, it's just a scrum. And, again, nothing much going on in the interior. It's Skeet Cook again, the ball carrier, and it's going to bring up fourth down and about 4.
We won't respond to hate mail, but if you brag on us, we're liable to repeat it.
Oh, man. So it's going to be a punting situation for Sherman Holt. So Brendan Lanning stands back at his 10-yard line to punt it away, and he gets it out of there. And it's going to hit at about the 45, hit a Maroon Devil at about the 45, and roll dead at the 38. But the Panthers take over again with great field position. 4:18 left here in the first quarter of action. Also portions of tonight's ball game brought to you by Longview Baptist Church in Franklin. If you attend, you experience reform, theology, expository preaching, and Christ-centered worship. They've been around since 1942. Cross and Ruby Cinemas. Come grow with us at Longview Baptist. You can find them online at longviewbc.org. Oh, somebody just commented that they love us, so we'll pass that along.
Awesome, yeah.
Definitely passing that along. Any love we'll pass along. Pass is a jump ball on the near side. Was it intercepted? Yes, it was. Intercepted by Glaspie.
Ball intended for Brock Bradley, and you see the race down the sideline here. And Glaspie just inside of Brock Bradley had the position on him. And, of course, Brock unable to fight through and get back to it. So, Maroon Devil football. Do we get a name on who that was enjoying listening to us, by the way?
Yes, that is Heather Norman.
Thank you, Heather.
Heather Norman. Appreciate you. We've got whistles. And looks like an equipment issue.
Speaking of Heathers, I've got a Heather in my house that has a birthday tomorrow.
Oh, no. You better
buddy.
mention that.
Happy birthday to my wife,
yeah,
Miss Heather McClure.
So it's 1st and 10, 4:10 left here in the first. Panthers up early, 14-0. Left off, began where they left off from last week. And it's Glaspie on the carry. And you can tell he's got some speed, initial speed out of the backfield, able to get about 4 yards before some contacts. Panthers able to snow him under after a gain of 3. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7 from the Maroon Devil 33.
Glaspie able to turn out some big plays down at Country Day. Getting space, just like I said earlier, Toby Burrows tells us that was really their hope on offense, is be able to free him up. And he's made a play already, but hopefully this Panther defense can keep him hemmed in.
A little bit anxious there on the offensive line.
I think Maverick Waldrop might have said something to him. Maybe he's coming at him.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
I had to get Maverick's name in there somehow. He made that tackle a minute ago. I was trying to make sure, see if it was him or Mace, but it was Maverick.
Well, a loyal FPSN viewer, Diane Hooper, checks in, says she loves us.
Thank you, Diane.
Bring it back to the 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Maroon Devils. Lanning hands off. And again, nothing doing. It's Gillespie in the backfield.
Big Maverick Waldrop again. Maverick's out there just causing a ruckus. Watch him shoot right through here, through the B gap, and just, oh no. Actually, sort of just shoved his guy down in the ground and sort of swimmed him and made a great play there. Nice play, Maverick.
Third and 12. Maroon Devils will spread the field 4 wide, shotgun for Lanning. Or check that for Medlin. Medlin heaves near the 40-yard line. They're going to say it was a completed catch. Pass complete by Silas Stanberry. And he is a yard on the other side of the 40. That'll be enough for a first down. Coach Josh Brooks doesn't agree. We'll see if we got a good replay here.
I don't think Josh was saying great catch. Let's see what happens here.
Let's see if we get a good replay here. He was blocked out.
Man, I don't know. Well, here's what I do know. It's 1st and 10. So he goes in record books as a catch. Busted play there. Little mix-up, George, I think, between the quarterback and the running back. Ran into each other on the exchange. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Somehow or another they got a yard out of that.
Gary Ayers officially is watching.
All right, Gary.
Here, so we know Gary's on board. 2nd and 9 after a yard gain. Owen Medlin under center. He's going to hand to Rocky Barker. And Barker able to get into the pile and push forward for about a 5-yard gain. So it's going to bring up 3rd and short now for Coach Sherman Holt and his offense. First carry for Rocky Barker, a senior for the Maroon Devils. 3rd and 3 as we approach 60 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
And Gary, if you didn't hear us earlier, man, we miss you up here. Hope you're getting better.
3rd and 3. It's a straight quarterback keep right up the middle. Follows his offensive line. Does Medlin, and looks like he got enough. He did for a Maroon Devil first down. So that'll move the sticks, and it'll move it into Franklin Panther territory now. They'll mark it at the 48.
And Swain County offense building a little bit of course, one big play allowed this to continue on, but this has got to be uplifting for them. They've struggled offensively early in the year. Injuries sort of holding them back. Not a ton of big playmakers there on the roster. Just trying to grind it out.
Medlin takes out hands. Nothing doing this time. It's James Arch. First carry for Arch, and he's going to lose a yard. Well, they'll say he did get up to the 46, so a gain of a yard. It'll be the final play of this first quarter. Jim Garner checks in.
Somewhere in Alaska.
Yes. All right, that's going to do it for the first quarter here at the Panther Pit. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. Second quarter is underway as looked like maybe a handoff in the backfield, but it was a busted play as that one is going nowhere. Owen Medlin all the way back to the 41-yard line. We'll see where they mark forward progress. They're actually going to mark him way back here. See what happened here.
Yeah, he sort of was getting out of the grasp of the defender and still had an active play. You see here, he's still doing that on his own. He's moving his own feet, trying to advance himself, but really backed himself up here. We call that 3rd and 20. It's maybe a little bit more than 20, but
yeah. Got to get all the way down to the 38-yard line. In Panther territory to the Maroon Devils. 3rd and 20 officially. Owen Medlin under center. He takes out. Going to drop deep. Now being chased. Braden Hervey will sack him for a huge loss all the way back to the 32.
Bottom line, Braden Hervey had a lot of ground to cover and had to beat a block. Quarterback just held on to it too long right there, as you see here on the replay. Watch Braden Hervey come off the end. I thought he had to beat a block. He was unabated, blind side, and man, if you're a quarterback, that was one that usually hurts pretty good.
So here comes the punting unit. And as the rush is on, you see Hervey back deep. It's going to be a short kick, and he's not even going to attempt. It's going to roll all the way to the 34. So that's where the Panthers will take over. 1st down and 10 with 10:28 left here in the second quarter. Coming up at the half, we'll have the halftime performance of the Panther Marching Regiment. And then stick around as we're going to talk with Becca Brooks, head varsity volleyball coach. The Lady Panthers are a perfect 10-0 and 5-0 in the conference. And they've got a non-conference game Monday against Murphy over in Cherokee County. And then a big showdown with an undefeated in the conference West Henderson Falcon team that they won here at the Den last year to win the Mountain 7 Conference Championship. And that one should be a barn burner. And we'll talk with Becca Brooks about this year's Lady Panthers volleyball team coming up after the band performance. Gain of about 3 on 1st down, going to bring up 2nd and 7.
George, real quick, I want to give a shout-out to the Hanley family.
Yes.
Billy Hanley, Bill Hanley, and Joyce Hanley, just wonderful people. Lost their brother, son, Michael Hanley this past week. Peaches, as we knew him in our younger days. Went to be with the Lord, so our thoughts and prayers with the Hanley family.
2nd down, it's Hervey. Hervey shaking defenders, turning the corner. He is out of bounds after picking up another Panther 1st down. By the way, Jim Garner is in Glacier Bay, Alaska. That's where he is.
Tough life, Jimmy.
I tell you what.
Tough life.
He was there last week. How long is he going to spend?
I've been texting with him, just trying to live vicariously through him. Asking him to send a couple of pictures here and there.
I've seen a couple. His wife has put some on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they are beautiful. And that is one of my bucket list items, is to go to Alaska at some point. Braden Hervey reverses his field up to the 50-yard line. Hervey able to gain about 5 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd. And we'll call it officially 6 upcoming. Also, portions of tonight's broadcast on FPSN brought to you by First Citizens Bank, founded in Smithfield, North Carolina, and managed by the same family for over 3 generations. They've been providing and helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Pass out in the flat, going to be caught by DeZarn, and Braylon DeZarn fumbles it, but I think he was already on the turf. Yeah, they're going to say he was already down before the ball popped loose, so it's going to bring up 3rd down. I'll call it 3rd and 4 after a 2-yard gain by DeZarn.
George, I want to give some credit to that offensive line up there, and I hope I get everybody, but let me just mention Mace Waldrop, Maverick Waldrop, Bryson Gibbs, Anthony Montañez, Max Sinclair. We've yet to really talk about the job they've done for the Panthers this year.
3rd and 4. Braylon Hervey able to shake free, and he has got the 1st down. 40 down to about the 34-yard line goes Braylon Hervey.
Well, as I say that, Jay Brooks is about out at midfield, getting on to one of his guys, because that was an all-effort play by number 11 there. We didn't give him a whole lot of room. He made a lot out of nothing, which he is poised to do. Man, has he just been – any question that he's the MVP of our season through 2.5 weeks?
Absolutely. And he probably is getting some more awards. I won't release any details, but next week there'll be some news about Braden Hervey. And right up the middle, it's Sutton this time. He's pushed back after maybe a couple of yards. Buddy Huckabee checking in from Charleston. Of course, band director for 20-plus years. He's watching tonight. Appreciate you, buddy, tuning in. Just a gain of a yard for Sutton on second down, or on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as we approach 7 minutes remaining here in this quick-moving first quarter. Only a couple of passes attempted by both teams so far, and that's why it's a moving quick. Panthers scored on their drive to open up the ball game, and an interception for a touchdown, a pick 6 by Hervey added the other touchdown.
Ooh.
It's Sutton on the carry. Check that Garrett Young on the carry, and he was in open space, got upended at the 21-yard line. That'll be enough for a Panther first down.
That's going to be fun. And you watch here on the replay. Watch this. Woo! Got through that hole quick and slams the football down. He wanted some more. Well, slammed the hand down anyway. But, man, future of Franklin football there on that back, number 36. Talking about Braden Hervey earlier. George, just the most likable kid. I mean, Braden Hervey is such a likable kid.
It's Anderson Terrell on the keep. Terrell snowed under after about a 4-yard gain. Anderson Terrell into the red zone. He marches to the 19. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Anderson's got a watch party going on. Big brother Andrew's in High Point, North Carolina, watching tonight. And Andrea Sissy, she's in Boone, Appalachian State University. She's watching tonight, watching little brother. Bubs, as they called him growing up.
2nd and 7. Twins to this near side as Terrell settles under center from the far hash. Play fake. In trouble. Fires. Almost intercepted. Is jumping that route and almost picking it off Corey Stillwell. And Anderson Terrell just tried to get it out of there as quickly as he could, but almost a mistake that time.
Well, it's a pretty athletic play.
It sure was.
Stay alive right here.
Watch this.
Watch the pursuit there. But again, off his back foot as he was trying to elude the defender. So athletic, though. When you can make plays like that, not everybody's got the strength to do what he just did. But no doubt, hard to get the velocity on the ball that you need when you're got somebody in your face like that. So
3rd down and 7. Shotgun for Terrell. Drops deep. Now going to set up a screen. Sutton catches it. Sutton fighting down to about the 14. He is going to be about a yard, maybe 2 yards shy. And here's a decision for Coach Josh Brooks.
Addicks caught that ball from this angle. Looked like he was going to pop it outside, but chose to bring it back toward the middle of the field. Watch here. Little screen play. Come back to the middle of the field, and number 44 there for the Maroon Devils. That's Trent Jones steps up and makes the tackle.
It's like I'm going to drain play clock. Well, the play clock's not rolling yet. The clock is rolling. They haven't started the play clock. That's weird. Now they're going to just call timeout. So,
yeah,
Coach Josh Brooks must be keeping the play clock maybe on the field. As the Panthers want to talk things over. You may have seen this on our Facebook page. The high school is selling these limited edition Panther Pit T-shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies. You can order them online through BSN. And there's a link on our Facebook page that is shared from the Franklin High School Facebook page. If you can look for that, you can find the link directly if you would like to purchase one of those Panther Pit T-shirts. And, of course, we mentioned it in last week's broadcast. They mentioned it a couple of times tonight. Last season of the Panther Pit in its form right now. It'll still be in the general vicinity of this field that we're at currently, but it's going to look totally different in the next couple of years. They'll have it done 2026, and we'll have a look back at the history, the 75 years, at a documentary, hopefully released in the middle part of October here on FPSN. And it's going to be the offense. It's going to remain on the field. 4th down and 2 yards to go. Hervey kicks it out. Hervey fighting. Got the first down. Still fighting. He almost scored. Raven Hervey all the way to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal.
You know, it's just one of those years where when we're in that situation, don't you feel confident about us being able to turn around and hand it to a kid like Braden Hervey, number 11? Certainly gives the other team something to worry about. Watch him here. Takes it off tackle, kicks it out, and drags another kid and gets another 5 yards after first contact.
Here we go on 1st down. It's a scrum. Is he in? Yes, he is. It's Hervey again. There goes the cannon, and the Panthers tack on 6 more. It's 20-0 with 4:07 left here in the first.
Again, going back to the got to dance with the girl that you came with, right?
Yep.
Number 11, Braden Hervey. He's the man tonight. Been the man all year for the Panthers.
The extra point will be attempted by Riddle. It's up. And it is good. 21-0, 4:07 left in the first half. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. 4:07 left. 21-0 first half. Glaspie and Stillwell will settle back deep to receive as Sinclair sends it deep, and it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback for Will Sinclair. 4:04 left, second quarter. Panthers with a commanding 21-0 lead.
I got to tell you, George, I need to remind the fans at home. They've heard me say this through the years. When we get to have a kicker who can put it in the end zone and keep the return team from forcing us into an open field situation, which always, brings on the risk of injury or a broken tackle on a touchdown, man, it is so valuable. Will Sinclair is a valuable piece of this third phase of the game.
Right up the middle, breaking free, Grady Lewis on the carry. The first time we've called his name, and it's a first down for the Maroon Devils. They'll push it out to the 37-yard line.
Braden Hervey saves a touchdown there, George. Yeah. I mean, he really does. Of course, Lewis is a big kid. I don't know if he's going to outrun everybody down the way, but you see there on the replay, Braden Hervey, number 11, cuts back up, sees it breaking. Boom. That's a saver right there.
First down, and again right up the middle. Same play just on the left side of the line. And it's Lewis again for about a 5-yard gain. Aiden Carpenter in on the tackle. 2nd and 5. We'll mark it up at the 42-yard line.
Coach Holt, Swain County, George, doing really all they can do right now. They're just tucking it in and running behind what is really a pretty good-sized offensive line here. And I'm watching them really, put that Panther defensive front to test up here.
Pitch in the backfield. They're going to push it far side. Pick up the first down. I thought he did. They're going to mark it right at the sticks, as it is Cochran on the carries. They're getting a number of different backs in. Mason Cochran, a senior for Coach Sherman Holt and the Maroon Devils. That will be enough for a Devils first down. The market at the 47 as we took under 2.5 left here in this first half. A couple of big plays for the Maroon Devils have pushed the ball close to midfield.
Swain County sure would love to threaten some points on the board here before halftime. They will get the football coming out in the second half.
And a pitch to Glaspie. He's going to bring it to this near side and then be wrestled down by Desarn. Glaspie able to gain about 3 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Maroon Devils. Under 2 minutes remaining. Again, fans, stay with us at the half. We'll have the halftime performance of the Panther Marching Regiment. They're going to perform a couple songs. They just performed one song last week, first song in their show, and we'll have a couple of more songs tonight. And then we'll have a conversation with Becca Brooks about the volleyball team as Medlin fakes the handoff, and it's just a standstill on the interior of the line. It's Skeet Cook that got the ball, and he was stood up after about a 2-yard gain. Does push it into Panther territory.
Want to mention, too, George, one of the most improved parts of this defense, I know we got to go to timeout here, but one of the most improved parts of this defense to me, I've called out the defensive line and how well they played this year. We've talked about the linebackers, but really, again, the secondary, the back end of this defense, guys like Braylon Desarn, Aiden Sizemore, all the guys that play in the back, Aiden Pitts, really, really stepping up, showing the willingness and the toughness to step up and stop the run this year. I've seen them deliver a lot of hits, and on the play there just a minute ago, Braylon Desarn steps up and makes a big play.
So it'll be the Maroon Devils facing a 3rd and 6 after they come out of the huddle and the timeout. The Panthers come out of their huddle and the timeout here with 76 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Panthers have an open week next week and then start conference play. We'll try to get some scores at the half of area ball games. It's 8:15 and we're almost at the halftime break here in this one. It's been a quick one so far.
Two old Smoky Mountain Conference rivals just ground and pound, baby. Keep the clock running.
Medlin pitches. It's going to be a pass. Halfback pass. Barker heaves. And it's incomplete as he was trying to find Stillwell at about the 20-yard line. Did have a defender around him, but we do have a flag back at the line of scrimmage, or behind the line of scrimmage in the backfield of the Maroon Devils.
Yeah, the Swain County staff.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense.
They wanted a flag. That's not the. They got one.
Automatic first down.
That's not the one that they were talking about, but they did get one.
So that'll be an automatic first down. That'll push it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a big one and a 15-yarder. And it'll be first down at the 34-yard line for the Maroon Devils. 1st and 10, 68 seconds remaining here in the first half. The deepest penetration so far for the Maroon Devils. Good crowd on hand on a beautiful night to be outdoors. Swain brought a good contingent from Bryson City. Pitch to Glaspie. He's going to try to turn the corner, can't. Sutton pushes him out of bounds right at the sticks. That'll stop the clock with 63 seconds left.
You know, somebody just reminded me, and I think it's because Mike Wood has not been here with us, Mike Wood and I, every year, every game, find a way.
I know what
Cecil Pollock, are you at home watching? There you go, Cecil. I got your name in here.
He was telling everybody on Facebook to go to the game, and then he's on the
him
couch.
Out. Cecil, you going to be there? Well, I'm going to be at home.
He gave some excuses.
His better half is at home, and he's okay.
He had a valid excuse.
Yes.
We had a flag in the backfield. What happened?
Dead ball. Illegal substitution on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
It'll be a substitution penalty on the Maroon Devils. 2nd and 15. Pushes it back to the 39. As we have been bogged down with penalties in the last 2 minutes of this first half. Medlin will settle under center. He's going to pitch it, and then
my goodness.
Braden Desarn decleats in the backfield. Rocky Barker, and got a replay on this one for sure.
Mr. Barker.
Ball did pop loose, but Swain able to get on it.
Oh, that ain't fair.
That's a highlight reel replay right there. So the clock will roll here. We'll see how low they want the clock to go before assuming Swain will call timeout here. 30 seconds left. We don't have the play clock on the field, so I don't know what the play clock is at. Now, it looks like they're going to run a play. It's just stuck at 40. Bad exchange. Medlin fires over the middle. Incomplete. Skeet Cook came out of the backfield and had it briefly. It bounced in the air a couple of times and finally went to the carpet.
Going back, that hit, the Braden Hervey hit right before it, that kind of stuff's contagious, George. And that physicality I have noticed this year out of this team has really been turned up. And I do believe that it is a contagious thing. Football is a physical game. No matter how much it's changed over the years, it's still a physical game.
Almost blocked. That one is deep and angled far side, out of bounds. It goes at about the maybe the 7-yard line. We'll see what you spot it. It's going to be the 7-yard line. That's what the Panthers take over. 3.4 seconds left. I'm sure we'll just see a knee here, and both teams will head into the locker room. But the Panthers up 21-0 at the break.
Just to finish my thought, we do a whole lot better job of protecting kids from injuries and situations that present life-threatening type injuries, but it's still a game of physicality, no question.
Oh yeah, it's a collision sport, and you can't get around that. It looks like we'll just have a knee, and that's what it will be. The time ticks down, horn sounds. And at the half, Panthers hold a 21-0 advantage over the Maroon Devils as both teams will head into the locker room. And, tonight I really would love to have Mike here to grab a word with Jay Brooks. Tonight would be a great night for that for some reason.
Mike, come on, man. No, enjoying his time.
And the fact that Jay is back on the sideline, too.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. And I got to say, I'm just going to say this, and we have not talked about this much, but we've talked about all the improvement and all the different look and all the good feely stuff. I'm going to tell you what, Jay Brooks has a lot to do with that.
Absolutely. He is good as it comes. 21-0 is the score at the break. We'll pan back over to the band. You see them to the right of your screen. They're about to come onto the field. We will take a break here, and when we come back, we will have the Panther Marching Regiment on the field. And again, stay with us, fans. If you didn't hear me talking about it before right now and you just tuned in, we're going to have Becca Brooks At the conclusion of the Panther Marching Regiment's show, what they'll play tonight, we'll talk with Becca Brooks about the varsity volleyball team, perfect 10-0. We've got a big showdown coming up on Tuesday that we'll have right here on FPSN, YouTube and Facebook against the West Henderson Falcons. That is all coming up. We'll take a break, and the band is marching onto the field. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, as the band is just about ready to begin their show. As we mentioned, we'll be talking with Coach Becca Brooks at the conclusion. A good conversation I had with her earlier today. If you didn't catch my conversation with Daniel Ball, the band director, last week, you can go back and watch it in the archive. We talked to all things marching band last week at the half after the Panther Marching Regiment. They've got their uniforms on tonight. They're ready to go. All right, that's the Panther Marching Regiment, and their shows so far. 21-0, the Panthers on top of the Maroon Devils. Let's take a break here, and as promised, I'm going to talk with Becca Brooks, head varsity volleyball coach, about her 10-0 Lady Panthers. That is coming up next. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. Welcome back here at the half. I'm George Young, joined now by Becca Brooks, the head varsity volleyball coach here at Franklin High School. And Coach, you have continued what you started last year. You had a successful season. You won the conference last year. That has continued. You guys are undefeated at 10-0 after last night's victory over your rival Smoky Mountain in straight sets. And I was looking at your schedule, Becca, and you guys have only lost one set all season long, and you faced a lot of adversity. Tell us about the season so far.
Yeah, so 10-0 looks good. We'll take that, but it also means you have a target on your back. And so we knew that coming in from last year and being conference champs, that people were just ready to take us out, and we prepared, and I reminded them all season of that, or all summer of that, of just preparing to be ready for that. The one set we lost, we learned a lot from that, and you know, kind of bounced back, which was pretty cool, but the adversity hit early, well before or right around the time of making cuts. Audrey Presley, so she's a sophomore and a starter, and would have been playing a lot of reps. She inquired a back injury, L5 fracture, and took her out. And when she went to the doctor, we're like, yeah, a couple weeks, we're good, we can maintain. And then she got the news of 6 to 7 months. So that really kind of, hit us right in the face of, it's going to be fine. We're going to, we can fill that spot. And she has still been a great part of our team and practice and helping, and really going through rehab to get her back better than ever, hopefully around January, February. We play in a couple of games and doing well, and we have our first home game in the Den, and we're playing Murphy, and Callie goes out with a knee injury. Again, I wanted to be up front, so we came in this locker room, and I tried to be as transparent as possible and say, the good is a few weeks, the bad is you're going to be done. And so sadly enough, we got the news that she had torn all 3 ligaments in her knee, and that she would be out the rest of the season and basketball season as well. But, when life hits you with a little adversity, you got to revamp. We have been really tight. We've been really working this season of almost like a fist. Like, we need to stay strong, and we need to stay together, and we need to buy into that. And we brought 2 JVs up, Ella Raby and Danny Ledford, and they have really plugged in and done their job. They're not playing every set. They're not, taking every rep, but they are just doing their job, and they've done a phenomenal job. And then the rest of the team has rallied around who we've had left, and I just think it's gone really well so far.
You play Murphy again on Monday, and that's over in Murphy. And then Tuesday, it'll guaranteed set up, undefeated conference showdown in conference, at least on a Tuesday. Talk about those upcoming matchups next week.
Yeah, so Monday is just going to be varsity only over at Murphy, and that's a 5 o'clock start. So we kind of get to go up against the team that we hit the adversity with, and they're a really scrappy team, good Murphy team. It's going to be hot, not a lot of AC in there, a lot of sweat. That's just kind of, we call that like you're bordering the gates of hell there, but that's okay. It's fun to play in those. We will take a lot of towels for sure, but Tuesday's going to be fun. We invite everybody to the Den. It's going to be intense. That's a good West team. They got a girl out of the middle going to Georgia, and the libero is still looking around. She's phenomenal, and the team also rallies around that. So it's going to be fun. I love a lot of competition. I hope our girls respond to that, but we need everybody in the Den to back us and just give people what they don't want to come here for, and that's just Panther pride and filling these stands and being loud. And I just think our girls are hopefully ready for that opportunity to just shine and show everybody what they've been working for.
Well, we'll have that game right here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network coming up on Tuesday, 6 o'clock, 6:30-ish, and Brooke Watson, Amy Tippett will have the call of that one. So make sure you are tuned here, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Like our Facebook page so you can get notifications. As always, Becca, it's a pleasure to talk to you, and we'll catch up with you later on in the season.
Perfect. Go Panthers.
Becca Brooks here at the half. Stay with us, fans. We've got more to come.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville, your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back, as we are still at the half here at the pit. Got about a minute or so before they'll put 3 more minutes up on the scoreboard, and both teams will come out and start warming up. You see the kickers that are out. Do have some stats from the first half as Rodney Van Hook is back with us, and immediately at the half we had stats. And here they are. So you see the Panthers 131 yards total, and the Maroon Devils struggling there. Most of that, 39 total yards, Byron, came on that final drive before the end of the half, as offensively they struggled. And Panther defense was stifling, and both teams had a turnover in that first half.
Yeah, and, again, a lot of the 39 yards, again, hats off to the defense for the Franklin Panthers. I think Braden Hervey, 10 rushes for 66 yards. Attic Sutton, he's carried it 4 times for 12 yards. Anderson Terrell has kept it a couple times. He's got about 10 yards. Garrett Young's got 1 carry for 11. But you see Hervey on both sides of that stat sheet. That turnover for the Maroon Devils was costly. Pick 6 by Braden Hervey. And so once again, here in week 3, it's a recurrent theme. Number 11, best player on the field. And boy, I'm glad he's ours because he has made a difference again here tonight. And look forward. Now, Swain will get the ball coming out here in the second half. And really, the only thing they got going for them right now is running between the tackles, George. They do have some size up front, so it's about a checkmate there up front between the Devils and the Panthers. So they are running between the tackles, kicking it out a little bit here and there, but just really trying to shorten the game, to be honest with you, is what they're trying to do. Because to be honest, it's pretty clear through this first half. If this thing were to get sprung wide open full speed, I'm pretty sure Franklin would pull away quickly. So Coach Holt just trying to grind it out, get something going. Really the only thing he's got to turn to is running between the tackles and keeping the clock going.
And we saw that late in that second quarter. If you just joined us, it was just pounded right up the middle for the Maroon Devils. And the Panthers able to spread it around a little bit, but mainly remaining on the ground and leaning heavily on Braden Hervey. All right, let's take a look at some of the scores from around the mountains tonight. Smoky Mountain and T.C. Robertson, if this is a correct score, this is kind of surprising. Third quarter, 42-0 T.C. Robertson. That is a team, or both those teams the Panthers have on their schedule late in the year. In the middle part of October for Smoky, and the last game of the season here at the Pit on November 1st against T.C. Robertson. They just updated it 42-7 now. Smoky has gotten onto the board. Asheville is on top of Lake Norman, 15-3. That is in the third quarter. Pisgah all over Hampton, the Hampton Bulldogs, and I'm not sure where Hampton is. I know it's not in North Carolina, maybe Tennessee. 28-0 at the half. Hayesville and Andrews are locked in a good one at the half, 0-0. Murphy and West Henderson doing battle for the first time in 22 years in Mills River tonight. And at the half, West Henderson has a 20-15 advantage over Murphy. Robbinsville and Mountain Heritage in a big showdown tonight at Big Oak Stadium at the half. Mountain Heritage on top, 22-13. Hendersonville blowing out East Henderson 32-0. Tuscola on top of McDowell, 7-6. That's in the second quarter. Rabun County trailing Dalton 14-10. That is at the second quarter. Irwin on top of Brevard, 35-20, and that is in the second quarter. And it looks like those are all the scores. Rabun Gap won earlier tonight. Those are all the updated scores that I have across the mountains, and we'll pass some of those along as we go along here in this second half. Well, they have stopped the clock. Looks like we're getting ready to kick off the third quarter. Glad that you are with us. George Young, Byron McClure, fantastic FPSN crew. Executive producer is Philip Angel. He is behind my shoulder. You had some comments coming in?
Oh, George, I got to tell you, this guy on here, he says, one of you guys sounds like Al Michaels. It's not me. If there's anybody that sounds like a pro, it's George. That's Ultimate Coaster Remakes. But
can I get a screenshot of that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's it's got to be you.
Those are people we like, right?
Yeah,
the ones that say we're great, not the ones that say we suck.
That's exactly
we have a few
right.
of those.
Matt Edwards, Amber Brooks, Michael Jenkins, Tony Chipman, Brooke Tippett, and my old teammate Keith Reese listening from Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
Kick is away, gathered in by Stillwell. Stillwell is weaving his way far side, and he is stopped at about the 22. Stillwell gained about 10 yards on the kick return. That's where the Maroon Devils take over. First down. There is a flag. I thought there was, and I can't find the flag, but Mark Sutton set it over the public address system, so we will see what the official says here.
Holding on the receiving team. 10 yards from the end of the run. First down, Swain.
Well, it's holding. They've had a couple holds on kick returns.
Oh, the life of an official. How do you feel when you go to work and you know that half the people you're going to be around that night, every time you say something, you're just going to make half of them mad? Yeah. Tough guys in the stripes out there.
Even doing the right thing and making the right calls, they're not going to agree with you most of the time. Right up the middle, as we mentioned, that's been the stalwart success so far for Swain County, but no gain on first down. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Maroon Devils. Timothy McClure's watching Bart Gloyd Jr. and Georgia tonight. He's watching. And Billy Bryson. See some more names as we go along as I check our feed on Facebook. You've got YouTube up over there.
Yep.
I'll man the Facebook feed. 2nd down. Get a quick handoff. Nope. He didn't give it up to the back, and he snowed under the quarterback. And we got a flag down as Medlin could not get anything.
Tackled by a whole bunch of Panthers.
He's asking, it must be on Swain, asking if they wanted to decline at the Panthers sideline.
Illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield on the offense. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down. And Byron, the first time we have seen this this year for sure, and maybe a few years, we've got the Scooby-Doo smoke back. I don't know if we can get a shot of the Scooby-Doo smoke across the way.
You can elevate the pit, move it to the east, but the Scooby-Doo smoke, the mysterious smoke, critical
There it
part
is
of the pit.
in the top part of your screen as the hand goes to the far side, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Blasby on the carry. Sizemore
It
on
was
the tackle. Brings up
Blasby.
4th down.
There's a good shot of some of the smoke coming in.
If it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Uh-oh,
there it is.
We've got an
There it
ambulance
is.
and some other emergency service vehicles going by. That's not a good sign.
That mysterious smoke that circles around here just adds an element to.
Punting unit on for Swain. And before the snap, we've got a whistle.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
He's going to back Lanning up.
Lanning back to punt for
Brendan
the
Lanning
Browns.
is going to now be
Hervey back deep
almost
for the
at
Panthers.
his back of the end zone, the back line of the end zone, to punt this one away. And Hervey stands at his 40 awaiting the punt. Kick is out of there, just gets it away. And it's going to hit at the 30-yard line. And Panthers will scurry away from it
About the 30,
as
31-yard line.
it'll be marked at the 31-yard line.
Panther offense will take the
1st and
field.
10.
1st down.
Up 21-0 and looking for more. Great field position deep in Swain territory. Portions of tonight's game on the Franklin Panther Sports Network, brought to you by Longview Baptist Church in Franklin. Reformed theology, expository preaching, and Christ-centered worship. That's what they do at Longview Baptist. They've been around since 1942 across from Ruby Cinemas. Come grow with us at Longview Baptist Church. 1st down, and goes right up the middle. That's Hervey. And Braden Hervey able to get about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Jones. Gain of 2 on the
Interesting
play.
as you watch a game like this, the coaching that goes on both sides. Swain will continue to constrict that defense and keep men in the box and sort of force Coach Brooks to, will he pass? Will he try to open it up, or will he continue to ground and pound with the best football player out here, number 11? And as long as you're getting 3 or 4 yards and 1st downs, George, I know the answer to that question.
Sutton right up the middle.
Sutton
Hit
on the
immediately after he gained a couple.
carry. Tackled by Jones.
But those yards are coming harder and harder to come by.
Pick up of 2 or 3.
I should say becoming harder and harder to come by.
Trent Jones in on the tackle for the Maroon Devils as we approach 9 minutes left in the 3rd. 21-0. Panthers on top. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Facebook page. You'll get up to date when we go live. Swing pass, it's Hervey. Complete 20. Hervey dancing around all the way to the 12-yard line. That'll be enough for another Panther 1st down. It'll move the sticks deep into Swain County Maroon Devil territory.
And as we speak, there you go. That's how Coach Brooks responds. Okay, I'm still going to get it to my best player. I'm just going to put him out here. We're going to throw it to him, and we're going to get a 1st down. And it really speaks to the versatility of Braden Hervey. You've seen him tonight dominate, carrying the football defensively. He's got an interception and a touchdown, and his ability to go out wide and really stretch the field for the Panthers.
Hervey right up the middle, down to the 8-yard line.
Takes it to about the 7-yard line.
Bring up 2nd down and
2nd down, 6.
6-ish, yeah, 6 yards to go. They can pick up a 1st down at the 2-yard line. Can the Panthers? So the fans hanging around here. It's a beautiful night. Good night to be outside. I'm glad you are with us wherever you may be. So we have talked to a lot of folks via the chat, giving shout-outs, and we've got folks maybe in every state in the union. I don't know. Terrell fires to the end zone, and it's incomplete. As he was trying to hit Brock Bradley, the crossing pattern. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Really threw it about the only place he could. Maybe a little bit high, but under some pressure here. You see Anderson take the snap, and as he rolls to his right, just off the fingertips there, Brock Bradley.
That was a good placement because you didn't want to underthrow that one.
Sure.
And only Brock Bradley could have caught that one, but it was just a little bit out of his outstretched hand. So 3rd down and 6. Terrell with split backs behind him. Hands to Hervey. He's got a big hole. Hervey, as it collapses, he collapses at about the 3-yard line. He's going to be a yard shy, so most likely we'll see the offense remain on the field. As you've been getting a big push throughout if you're the Panthers' offensive line. And that's what Coach Josh Brooks is going to do. He's going to keep the offense out on the field on 4th and a yard. Somebody below us is urging run the same play. This time to the left. It's Hervey. Hervey fighting. Goal line. Touchdown. Franklin.
Well, we've got, at least 500 coaches here in the stand. So whoever you are down there, you're right. It is the same play. And it's a good one when number 12 hands it to number 11. He's got number 30 filling up with the block. Another 6 points for the Panthers.
27-0. Daniel Riddle will attempt the point after. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. Aiden Pitts on the hole. Riddle splits the uprights. 28-0 is your new score. As we head to break, stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. 6:56 left in the 3rd. Panthers have extended that lead. It's 28-0. As they'll kick it away to the Maroon Devils. It's Will Sinclair that will tee it up and kick it away. Puts his foot into it. You can hear the concussion off of his foot all the way up here. It's going to be gathered in at the 2-yard line by Corey Stillwell. Stillwell able to scamper to the 23, maybe the 24-yard line before he is snowed under. That's where Swain takes over 1st and 10. Portions of tonight's ball game at FPSN brought to you by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. Deep local roots and a passion for service to the community. It's Corbin Dental, as they take pride in providing world-class care right here at home. Medlin under center. And again, it's tough sledding for the Maroon Devils tonight. As slung down deep behind the line of scrimmage is Skeet Cook. It's going to bring up, I'll say, forward progress did get a yard, 2nd and 9.
And a young man we don't call out enough, number 56, Avery Carpenter. He almost got away from him, and Avery got his shirt tail and brought him back. Good play by Avery Carpenter. Got some more folks jumping in here saying hello. Philip Bryant, Hunter Maxwell, Jessica Cochran. Shout out to Monty Carter, who Jamie O 313 says Monty's watching. I bet he is.
Another handoff and nothing doing for the Maroon Devils. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long as it went to Mason Cochran that time.
We watch the replay here. No, that's, what is that, Ty Carver? Great play.
It's Carver. Sure was.
Susan McAllister checking in. George says, thanks for the excellent broadcasting of the Panthers. Susan, I wish I was as good at my regular job as I am at this, but thank you very much. And surely you're talking about George.
Pass back across the field, a dangerous pass, and he's going nowhere.
Boy, that was odd.
It sure was. As that pass went to Trent Jones from Medlin, and it's going to bring up 4th and long, and here comes the punting unit. Almost a schoolyard play.
Well, and I think we had one guy on the left side who thought the play was over. Of course, we're deep into replay here, but yeah.
Credit the Panthers defense because that man didn't get lost in the shuffle. Couldn't tell who it was that tackled him. Hervey going to stand back to receive the punt. It's away. It's a low liner, and Hervey almost touched it, but he's going to let it roll dead at the 34. So that's where the Panthers will take over 1st down and 10. Let's see, Jeremiah Prince, he's watching. Amanda Watson is watching. She's a big fan of both me and you, Byron. The face of Drake Software. She hates when I say that. Kathy Hildreth checking in from Lower Burningtown.
LB.
And I'm sorry if you have commented. Trying to scroll up and see here.
I made a disparaging comment last week saying that I would probably pick the Bahamas over Burningtown. But don't take that I don't like Burningtown. I love Burningtown.
Bahamas and Burningtown both start with a B.
That's right.
And both have pretty aspects to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
One's probably a little bit warmer than the other.
One's easier to get to.
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah. Talk about Skaggs.
We got an injury.
An injured player on the field.
That is Skeet Cook, who is the injured Maroon Devil. And they're going to tend to him. Hopefully he is okay. 2nd and 8 upcoming for the Panthers. Gives me an opportunity to tell you about some of our fine sponsors. Excuse me. First Citizens Bank, proud to support the Panthers on FPSN. Founded in Smithfield, North Carolina, and managed by the same family for 3 generations. They have been helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And upcoming on Tuesday, we've got volleyball action. What should have been our second broadcast, actually now is our first broadcast of Lady Panther volleyball coming up on Tuesday. We moved the broadcast from this past Tuesday to next week, or the following week against Hayesville. But it should be a showdown here on YouTube and Facebook. If you like volleyball, you should get your money's worth for sure. If you're not in the Panther Den, watch it here, YouTube and Facebook. It's the West Henderson Falcons and the Panthers in an undefeated showdown for first place in the conference. And we've had an extended delay here. Looks like it is possibly a serious injury for the Maroon Devil.
I hate that.
So the Panthers have taken a knee. You see the Maroon Devils on the far side as they continue to tend to Skeet Cook. He's been all over the field tonight. You hate to see that.
Yeah, you hate to see any kids succumb to an injury like that, but when someone stays on the field this long, it's usually not a good sign.
No, it's like Lynette Gibson and some of her staff, the Panthers training staff, going to come out and check in.
I believe they're cutting away some tape on that is his right ankle.
Yeah. Our Cartuga J checking in, Dwayne Cave.
Jessica Cochran reminded me that she would choose Burningtown any day of the week.
What about Lower Burningtown?
The lower LB is that's prime real estate. Somebody, the Jamie O here telling me that Monty couldn't find his shoulder pads. Monty Carter, he would have come. And this guy, Oh, my gosh, you know this guy.
I'm sure.
We've got Dave Lynn checking in.
He's blowing up YouTube and Facebook feeds.
Dave's just wanting an in.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, George.
Always repping. That's what I say. He is
Always repping.
He's always got something.
I love it.
Something going on. All right, looks like we're going to have a little more extended injury timeout. So we're going to take a break here. We'll be back right after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. As finally, Skeet Cook able to get moved off of the field to the far side.
And he good for him. He obviously needed help getting off the.
They'd actually brought a stretcher out, but they didn't use the stretcher.
Brought a stretcher, and he kindly refused. I'm going to tell you something. Any guy that walks around with a cool name like Skeet, you know he's tough.
Yeah, you got a name like Skeet, you're going to walk off the field. Second down. Hand to Hervey, and Hervey is going to be snowed under in the backfield for about a 5-yard loss. One of the few negative plays so far for the Panther offense. He's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, we haven't had many of those this year. That looked totally out of place, and even with Hervey's elusiveness, not able to break free there. That was I'm sure for Hervey that felt like a jailhouse blitz because he had people right in his face immediately. So, And I'm going to be honest with you. Tell me you have a break and play like that, man. That kind of stuff, can happen here. But Panther offensive line, get it back in gear, get the sweat rolling again, and we'll get to moving this football.
Raleigh check it in. Roger Duke. 3rd and 15. Over the middle. Got a receiver. It's caught. Parker. He's loose. At the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Lance Parker.
Just a great little post throw there from Andrew Terrell. And I hate to say it here, but really the two Swain County defenders, just a collision at midfield that allowed, after a great catch, you see both players take each other out, and then it's just on to the house for Lance Parker.
3:03 left, 34-0. Here in the 3rd. Extra point to be attempted. Riddle splits the uprights. 35-0 is the new score with 3:03 left here in the 3rd. Mention the upcoming schedule. We haven't talked about that so far. Upcoming broadcast schedule coming up on Tuesday. It is the West Henderson Falcons on the volleyball court. Then we'll have another volleyball game on the 16th, and then the Panthers will hit the road on the gridiron on the 20th and 27th. We hope to bring you those ball games. Some negotiations are going on right now, and some equipment is being ordered. And I can tell you that the East Henderson game has been picked up by the My 40 Sinclair broadcasting crew. for their Friday Night Rivals series. So we're trying to find out if that's going to affect if we can do it or not. It'll be over broadcast television, and then Tuscola, and then you see the next home game for the Panthers is not here until October 4th here at the Pit, and that's against the Pisgah Black Bears. Sinclair puts his foot into it, and going to be gathered into the 2-yard line by Stillwell, and he is going to make his way up to about the 22-yard line. See, Rose Creek checking in. Greg Clark checks in, says he's watching in Rose Creek.
Greg, I didn't know they had communications down in Rose Creek.
Spotty. It's spotty. If you stand the right way, maybe you can get a cell signal. Andrews up on Hayesville, 7-0. That is in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter also, Asheville on top of Lake Norman, 15-10. And no update on West Henderson Murphy. Last check at the half, West up 20-15. And so no update on a couple more of these ball games. Let's see if we can get a couple more score updates before we head out of here. Breaking free for a big gainer all the way up to the 45-yard line goes Grady Lewis for the Maroon Devils. That'll be enough for a Maroon Devil first down and push it up near midfield.
Grady, a big guy, 6'2", 247, a senior. And he threatened to break loose one time earlier tonight, and Braden Hervey got him. But this time, a little quick hitter up the middle, shed some tackles. You see, he's a big kid.
Yeah, he is. He is. Billy Handley says they send smoke signals in LJ.
That's a fact.
2:25 left in the third. Pitch deep in the backfield. It's Barker, and Barker able to get up to about the line of scrimmage after the deep pitch by quarterback Owen Medlin. And he's going to be slung down after a 2-yard gain. And it's going to bring up second down and 8 as we approach 2 minutes to go here in the third.
Again, hats off to that Panther defense tonight. Maverick Waldrop seems to have been all over the place. Ty Carver, Carroll Cook, Avery Carpenter. The front side of that Panther defense.
This may be the final few minutes that they will see a lot of the starters. We'll probably see some of the second and third string guys come in the fourth quarter. Is nothing doing on second down. Is Waldrop able to get Barker behind the line? No gain. 3rd and 8.
Talon Smith in the game.
Yep.
I got somebody over there. Is that a Kaysen McAllister? Do we have in the game? 32? Or no, I'm sorry. That's Aiden Pitts. I apologize.
Yep. On 3rd down. Pass, was it complete? Incomplete on the far side. Going to bring up 4th down. 4th and 8 with 61 seconds to go here in the third.
I apologize for getting the wrong number, George. I know one thing I'm going to bring before our next home game, and that is some Windex and paper towels.
Yeah, well, these don't have a very long life on them. They're going to be taken out of here very, very soon. I don't know how accurate this is. I was told this today by a very reputable source here at the high school, but as the kick is away, gathered in by Hervey. Hervey is fighting, but able to get up to about the 14. That they have set a date for the groundbreaking of the new high school, and the football field and all of this area and the practice field above us is going to be the first phase to prep the land for the 3-story tower they're going to build over here, and the gym and everything else. We got a timeout. Franklin going to talk things over here. November 18th is what I was told is going to be the official groundbreaking day for the new high school. We'll see if the timeline sticks. You know how it is with construction.
Every pessimist in the world's laughing right now. But hey, you got to have a goal, and I know this. Folks are excited about it, and I'll be honest with you too. obviously there's some people who have different opinions about where it should have been built and all that kind of stuff. Regardless, anybody who's walked through the halls of that place, there is a little bit of sadness about memories and so forth. But, man, what a time in this little community to watch the transition from a school that served so many generations in this town. And, everything has an end, and that's it for Franklin High School. We're going to get a nice new one for generations to come.
First down, like a bad exchange in the backfield. Sinclair going to take off, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds after about a 3-yard gain. You're right about these windows. This is a little foggy.
Tough. Hey, listen, my buddy Jeremy Bradford checking in. He's calling it South Central Cowee. Nice.
Okay, I'm going to try to see the map here. South Central.
Oh, and listen to Darren Cochran. Wants to know if I'm willing to tell how old Heather turns tomorrow.
No. Oh.
Absolutely, man. I'm not scared. 29.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, 29.
Maybe the final play. So again, the replay or the play clocks are not working in the field here. They're taking it, or they're keeping the play clock on the field. Is what I'm trying to say. Sinclair gets the pitch, and Sinclair able to get up to about the 19 before the horn sounds, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. 35-0 after 3 quarters here at the pit. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Back to action as on third down. A couple maybe. So it is going to bring up fourth down for the Panthers. And here comes the punting unit. It'll be Wilson. Or is it going to be Sinclair? Yep, it's going to be Sinclair that will punt it. Something we haven't seen much of tonight is punt formation for the Panthers. Back deep for the Maroon Devils. Stillwell along with Glaspie waiting the punt from Will Sinclair. It is away, a high, hangs up, deep kick. And takes a nice Panther roll, and it'll be down to the 33. That's where the Maroon Devils take over 1st and 10. You mentioned Dave Lynn. He's asking a legitimate question. When does the mercy rule kick in? And it's a 42-point differential. You have a running clock after the 42-point differential is met in the second half, so we're still a few points away. A touchdown, an extra point away here.
I got a funny message here, George, for you in just a minute.
Kind of scared now. Pitch into the backfield for a few yards. It's Mason Cochran. Was there a fumble? Yes, it was. Wow. It was in congestion on the far side. I didn't see it. Here's the replay. There was a fumble. Let's see who got the initial hit on Cochran.
So trying to figure it out. Aiden Sizemore comes up with the fumble.
Huh. Okay.
But that might have been, was it Josh McGaha on the tackle?
I couldn't tell. There was so much congestion.
Hard to tell. I do have to tell you that, of course, he's no longer on the field. We got a new quarterback, but which is good because Kim Terrell said, tell George he can just call him Bubs. said we've called him Andrew a few times tonight, so just stick with Bubs.
I probably have and didn't even realize it. In the backfield for a deep loss is Sinclair as he got the pitch. You know, when you're in these positions and you talk for 3 hours, sometimes you don't even understand what you're saying. And that happens a lot.
Yeah, we are just talking. Speaking of which, did get a message here from Renee Burt, who said, just want to let us know that it's actually, they're going to do the groundbreaking on, I'll let you check that out, October 18th.
October 18th, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Whoever heard that, maybe a mistake the month.
Yeah,
so the 18th. That makes
and probably
more sense.
Probably thinking, well, they're going to wait till after the game. No, it's a formal. It's just a formalized celebration there. So, Renee with Macon County Schools, thank you.
There we go.
October 18th, 10 a.m. will be the groundbreaking. Of course, it'd be cool to go to that if you are so inclined to. But I tell you what, I love everybody watching us here. I got to see Kevin Siegel Ministries checking in here online. We love everybody watching us, but I would encourage you, seriously. God, so many people pass through playing football, playing soccer, in the band, cheerleaders, moms and dads. Better come and watch another game in this old place before we fill it up with dirt.
3rd and 6, flags fly, or was it a whistle? It was a whistle before, and the Panthers will call timeout, and they want to talk it over. 3rd down and 6 upcoming for Coach Josh Brooks and company. They'll talk things over, and we'll show you the schedule once again, the upcoming broadcast schedule for FPSN. Mentioned those volleyball games. Amy Tippett and Brooke Watson will have a call of that one on Tuesday, and then the following week, Hayesville. And it should be a couple of pretty entertaining matches here on FPSN. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram as well. You get updates on the games that we'll be broadcasting here on the network on YouTube and Facebook.
Phillip Lane, Chris McGuire checking in from Panther Country tonight. Guys, thanks for watching.
Well, 3rd down and 6. As Brock Bradley in at quarterback, he'll settle under center. And a bad exchange. And looks like Swain able to secure the football, and they do. There's a fumble on the exchange, center quarterback exchange, and Swain will take over.
A lot of new jerseys in there on that play, and guys just trying to get Weston Alberry. Of course, Alex Rogers plays a good bit. Alex in there. But something there went awry. Garrett Roper in the game right there. Something went awry on the snap. And
it looked like on the replay it didn't ever get all the way to Brock Bradley. And he couldn't put his hands on it and secure it.
See Mark Van Hook in the game for the Panthers.
So Medlin hands to Glaspie. And Glaspie able to get up to about the 38. Glaspie able to gain 5 on 1st down. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Maroon Devils.
Number 26, Javier Acevedo in the game. A name that I would love to say multiple times. I wish he was. That's a fun name. I think he did pretty good at it.
Here's your score in the 4th quarter. Andrews up on Hayesville 7-2. Good baseball score there. Lake Norman now up on Asheville 24-15. And West Henderson has extended their lead on Murphy 27-15. Pitch into the backfield it goes. It's Glaspie. And Glassby able to weave his way up to about the 42, 2 yards shy of the first down. So third down and a couple on the way for Coach Sherman Holt and the Maroon Devils.
Caden Berry, Liam Daniels, Kingsley McDermott, all in the game for the Panthers.
I'm loving the LED display on the third down marker across the way. That's life-changing.
Absolutely.
For us broadcasters.
Yeah, well, you called it out last week. You couldn't be more right. Very helpful.
And I'm sure it helps the folks in the stands as well. It's bright, and you can see across the way because I don't know if you've noticed the lighting here at the Panther Pit, a little less to be desired. Let's just put it that way.
I don't know that I'd call it modern.
No. And our cameras have a tough time with it, issues with how it comes across. But, yeah, all this is going to be brand new. It'll be LED lighting. You probably can have like a light display, you know, with the flashing lights like all the college teams have now.
Yeah.
And even high school teams. I know Raven Gap has LED lighting. They have a light show when the players come onto the field. It's unbelievable.
I tell you, for those of you that in West North Carolina is about the extent of your experience of high school football, spend a Friday one night when the Panthers aren't playing and go down into Georgia. Pick somewhere in Georgia high school football to go down and watch and just see. You're going to be shocked at the way they spend money on their athletic programs. I mean, I'm talking big screen end zone displays and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Third down and 2 out of the timeout. Hand right up the middle. Bruising back. Grady Lewis able to pick up the first down, and he is going to be wrestled at the 48. First down for the Maroon Devils as we approach 8.5 left here in the fourth quarter.
Got somebody online bringing up a really good question, especially with the way the Panthers are playing. What happens if we make the playoffs?
That is a very good question.
And I got to be honest with you, we don't know the answer to that.
I would assume that if construction begins like they say, that as Glassby has it on the far side, close to the sticks, about a yard shy, it looks like. I would assume that if you get a high enough seed and you could host a playoff game, that you would have to go to the opposing team. And they would be the host. But
I don't know what the rules are, too, about, could Franklin still host, but host in an alternate location?
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, maybe Cherokee.
Yep.
Or
if you remember some years back, because everyone knows this place and how prone it was to flooding. I remember we played some quote-unquote home games at different places. Cherokee one time,
Second and a yard. Straight quarterback keep right up the middle. Goes Medlin. And that'll move the sticks for the Maroon Devils.
Tackled by number 34.
And, of course, who's the head coach at Cherokee?
Oh, we know him.
Tim Hawkins.
We know him pretty good.
Longtime coach here. Defensive coach on the football field. Also on the baseball field. Head coach at one point.
Damn good football coach.
Yeah. Also assistant coach on the baseball side. He was. Yeah, absolutely. And he's the head coach for Cherokee, so maybe he can help us out. Hand goes right up the middle. He's taking Panthers with him all the way down to the 5-yard line. Grady Lewis, a highlight reel carry.
He's a load. He's a load, and it doesn't matter what point of the game it is. That's something good for Swain County to build off of. Here, you watch this kid, 247, 48 pounds. Ooh, and I got to tell you something right now. You watch that, Peyton King, Lord have mercy, Peyton just got run over like a dump truck. But Peyton, hats off to you, man, for standing in there. You're probably only giving up about 80 pounds on that deal.
First and goal at the 5. Right up the middle once again. To about the 1-yard line. It's Lewis again.
Just short.
Grady Lewis. Let's see if they give it to him again. And give him a touchdown after all that hard work. 6 minutes left here in the fourth. Medlin under center. 2nd and goal. Brady gets the handoff, and he stood up, but he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Swain County able to get onto the scoreboard with a 1-yard rush by Lewis. Extra point to be attempted by Brendan Lanning. Out of the hold of Stevenson.
He's certainly been the key for them, George.
Yeah. On this drive, for sure. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 35-7 is your new score as we head to break, so stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
The kick is away. It's going to be gathered in by DeZarn at about the 25. DeZarn weaving his way up to the 40. And he is out of bounds at about the 45. Panthers have great field position with 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. Let's see. Eastern Kentucky is checking in. Gary McMahon is checking in. Gary Ayers is checking in.
Gary's checking in.
Gary from Balsam.
Gary from Balsam. Gary
He says, hey, maybe a playoff game at Western.
And right now, Gary Ayers said that. So
Right.
so
He's a Hall of Famer.
Alex Gary, the athletic director over there, Gary Ayers said
Yeah.
we could use the field.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it says question mark.
Yeah.
We'll just leave that out. Bradley pitches to Sinclair. Turned in the corner. Will Sinclair met at about the 50. He's out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. Will Sinclair.
I'll say it again. I'm going to tell you, Gary Ayers, you take all the time you need to get better, buddy, but I do promise you that everybody's thinking about you. And let me tell you something. Catamount Sports is just different without hearing that Gary Ayers voice on there. So
Yep.
Rest up, buddy. Get back to strength and get back behind the microphone where you belong.
2nd down and 3. Pitch goes in the backfield, turning the corner, and picking up the first down is Tyler Koch. First time he's got a carry tonight. So Koch able to pick up a Panther first down. You know, I don't think I mentioned this last week. We talked about Gary, and we talked about the Panther Pit. And one of the most, if not the most memorable ball games ever to take place at the Panther Pit was the 1976 state championship game. And Gary Ayers broadcasted the game, tape delay back then on WBHN, because WBHN, being on the AM dial, they had to sign off at sunset. And so they would tape delay these broadcasts and then replay them on Saturday morning. And Gary was here for that game. Koch all the way inside the 25 to about the 21-yard line.
Gonna bring it back. Got a hold back here as we were trying to get around the corner. Didn't catch who it was, but right there on the end. That's not fair. Come on.
Holding.
Anyway,
Offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
I can tell you, George. You know, of course, I gave Gary a shout there when I was watching Western and NC State play Thursday before last, and we were talking about Gary and not being at the game and so forth, and put something on Facebook. And I tell you, that's Gary through the Western stuff, but even outside of that, so many people here in Macon County love Gary Ayers because he had done so many Franklin games throughout the years. Definitely well known here outside of his ties to Western Carolina University.
Koch
On the run.
up to about the 46. Bring up second down.
Quick quiz. You know Gary's nickname when he's coming up?
The Bear.
The Bear.
Gary the Bear. Yeah. Second and 19 as we are under 4.5 left in the fourth quarter. Yeah, next week the Panthers are off. It is the off week before conference play begins. Collinsville, Illinois. Dennis Johnson checking in. Roger Clemens watching. And nothing doing for Koch.
Tyler Koch second in the backfield.
As he's going to be slung down behind the 40-yard line. About a 5-yard loss. So third and long now. Third and Burning-Town.
Third and Burning-Town. Got to see some new people out there, too, by the way. Number 9, Cena Boyce
Good ways to go.
on the field for the Panthers. Third and Burning-Town. It's almost in the direction of Burning-Town. A little bit south of Burning-Town.
Close to east, southeast,
Third
Cowee.
and Waya. We'll call it third and Waya. Cross the mountain.
35-7, having some fun here. As the Panthers have, they should take a knee. Have scored early and scored often, and classic move there is they're just going to take a knee, drain some clock. And, we've talked about it over the years. Swain's won a bunch of these games. The Panthers have won a bunch of these games over the years, including last year. And so these two teams know each other. The coaching staff knows each other before the game. I saw them talking to each other in the end zone down here near the field house. And, I'm glad that both these schools have a mutual respect. Of course, you want to beat each other, but they know that there's ebbs and flows. There was a muff punt, and the Panthers will take over. There is a flag down at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's interesting. There was a fair catch called.
Yeah, it was a kick-catch interference. Yeah, there was the fair catch, but then the flag just flew before that.
No, I don't know about the interference. I think he tried to.
Illegal participation. Both men on the field against the receiving team.
Okay.
That play is declined.
It was on Swain.
First down, Franklin.
That's exactly what I said. I'm just kidding. Anyway, but it looked like he thought about advancing it after he caught it. But anyway.
Yeah.
Or tried to catch it.
Maybe it was just him lunging forward, too, after he muffed it to try to get it. So 2.5 left. Panthers have it back. Koch at the 20. Turns the corner 10. Cuts it up, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. That'll stop the clock. 2:21 left. We'll see now. It'll be first and goal. See if Coach Brooks elects to try to punch it in or just run the clock here as it will start to roll.
Tyler Koch, Cena Boyce, trying to get some of these names. Mark Van Hook.
Yep.
I think we got somebody out there with a jersey I don't have a name for. So we apologize for that.
Goes to Koch. Going to reverse field. Koch to about the 5-yard line.
With the run down to the 5-yard line.
Nice solo tackle by NC Ufert. Bring up second and goal now. 5-yard line. Buck 42 left.
Want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight.
Absolutely.
This game didn't have big explosions and fireworks or anything, but Panthers set the tone early and kept their foot on the gas.
A lot of explosions and fireworks if you were a Franklin fan.
Absolutely.
Sure cheering along, but if you're a Swain Maroon Devil fan, you didn't think that. 70 seconds left. Bradley will pitch it out on the corner. It's Talon Smith, and is Smith in? Yes, there is a flag though.
We're going to get a hold on that corner over there. I hate that. Talon looked fast going around that corner.
On the replay.
Yeah, they're going to get
88.
Going to get 88.
Yeah.
Going to get 88, who I don't have.
On that roster?
I don't have him.
Yeah, you're right. In the back? No.
So good for him.
Right. Right. If you're going to commit a foul,
yeah.
hopefully your number is not on the roster.
Yeah. Good job.
That's a 10-yarder, so it pushes it back to the 15. 58 seconds left. Pitch goes to Smith, and Smith slung down. Back to the 17. They'll mark forward progress, the 16. And that's going to take us to run one more play, looks like.
So we've got a week off through the Panthers. And who do we come back with, George?
That's East Henderson.
That's the My 40 game?
My 40 game. We're still talking and seeing if we'll be able to broadcast that ball game. And then Tuscola on the road. Looks like the Panthers will just take a knee, and they will. And then back at home on October the 4th against Pisgah. That's going to do it. The clock's going to roll down to double zeros. And it's going to be a final here at the Panther Pit. 35-7 will be the final score. Both teams will shake hands at midfield. There goes the cannon. We did have a comment about the cannon. I don't know your name. You're talking about how much you love the cannon.
Who is it? Do we know who it is?
I'll have to go back and look. It was probably about 30 minutes ago, and I forgot to mention it. I think we're in a break.
I hope it's Connor Hyatt. That's all I'm going to say. I hope it's Connor Hyatt.
35-7. It was a dominating performance, Byron, by Coach Josh Brooks's Panthers over the Maroon Devils, who fall to 0-3. The Panthers advance their mark to 3-0. Coach Sherman Holt battling some injuries early on, and hopefully some guys will come back, and the Maroon Devils will have a successful Smoky Mountain Conference run. And the Panthers have completed their Smoky Mountain Conference run to begin the year. Murphy, Swain, and Robbinsville a perfect 3-0.
I'll remind people, for the newer generations, these games used to be conference games against people like Swain County. Wasn't that long ago, and it's still valuable football.
Looking at a couple of scores before we sign off tonight, looks like Murphy has taken a lead, Byron, over West, 28-27.
Wow.
That's a surprising score. The rest of the scores not so surprising, as Irwin's still up on Brevard, and Mount Heritage has taken a 28-13 lead over Robbinsville. 28-6 Tuscola is down the road for the Panthers. That matchup in Waynesville, 28-6 over McDowell. And Cherokee's losing to Choctaw Central, 26-13. And that's pretty much going to wrap up the scores. Now, we do have a final. T.C. Robertson did beat Smoky Mountain 49-7, and Pisgah beat Hampton 35-0. Do we have some final stats? All right, yeah, we have a few final stats here before we do sign off. As Rodney Van Hook on the spot. Glad that you're back, Rodney. We missed you last week.
Rodney, these are final. Those are
final
Franklin stats. Yeah, absolutely. 141 yards on the ground tonight for the Panthers. 108 through the air. And the rushing was broke down like this tonight. 79 yards for Braden Hervey on 15 carries. Attic Sutton, 5 carries, 15 yards. Anderson Terrell, Bubs Terrell, 3 for 9. And, of course, Garrett Young, 1 carry for 11 yards. 141 total. And through the air tonight, Anderson Terrell, 6 for 9, 108 yards, 1 interception, 1 TD. Receptions broke down like this. Of course, Lance Parker had 2 receptions, 1, the big touchdown play. So he finishes up with 2 receptions, 78 yards, and a touchdown. Braden Hervey caught 2 passes for 24 yards. Braylon DeZarn was 2 catches, I should say, for 9 yards. Attic Sutton, 1 catch for 5 yards. So
that's your final game stats for the Panthers. And
courtesy of Hot Rod.
Absolutely. Appreciate that, Rodney. All right, it's going to wrap it up. My thanks to our fantastic crew tonight. We fixed our problems from last week. I wasn't going to jinx us until the final whistle, and we do have the final whistle, so I can say it now. Fixed our problems from last week, and everything ran great. Our executive producer tonight, Philip Angel, on the replays, and our cameraman, Joshua Chastain. For Byron McClure, I'm George Young. Till next time, so long, everybody.